90-Day Fiance, Happily Ever After. Viewers watched in abject horror as Angela Deem went berserk. The ill-behaved reality TV villain was so desperate to control her husband that she began to destroy his car. But Season 7, Episode 6 also showed another angle. We saw Michael's life in Nigeria, unaware of the nightmare headed his way. When Michael spoke to the camera, however, fans felt polarized. Is he scamming Angela, or is he being perfectly reasonable? As the couple's segment began, we saw Michael Ilesanmi in Lagos, Nigeria. He was rediscovering spending time in the pool. In his 20s, Michael had a traumatic experience in a pool and nearly drowned. He has avoided it for nearly a decade. Fortunately, his friends were there to support him as he cautiously waded into the water. Michael surprised some viewers when he called out a friend for making a joke at Angela's expense. These guys have met Angela, a fate that we wouldn't wish on our worst enemies. They don't think much of her controlling ways or her behavior. But Michael reminded them that she is his wife. However, that doesn't mean that everything is good in their marriage. For one thing, they haven't seen each other for 2 years. For another, they are currently bitterly divided over Michael's Instagram account, and Angela's refusal to send him money. Angela had discouraged him from working, because she is insecure and doesn't trust him, and had promised to support him until the visa arrived. But with Angela not sending Michael enough money, he hopes to launch a career as a paid Instagram influencer. Angela has forbidden him from having an Instagram account, as she is convinced that he will flirt with women. Just like she does with men. Michael cannot live his influencer dreams without an account, however, so he joined Instagram. Angela was furious. Michael doesn't know when the visa will arrive, and he has to make money in the meantime. He doesn't say this much, but it may also be vital for his safety that he not be entirely financially dependent upon Angela, so he had told her that he would take down his Instagram if she lent him money. Specifically, $5,000. Notably, Angela had excluded a lot of these details when crying and screaming about Michael not obeying her. She didn't mention that she had forbidden him from working. In her mind, it sounded like he was merely defiant and possibly scamming her. Maybe Michael was exaggerating his side of things. Or perhaps Angela is just a terrible person who wants undeserved sympathy. Unbeknownst to Michael, Angela and her friend, Renee, arrived in Nigeria. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get new video updates. To them, one long flight without filling their lungs and the lungs of strangers with cigarette smoke was an unbearable ordeal. Naturally, the two lit up in the bathroom. Smoking at airports was how the two first met, after all. In a rare moment, Angela showed a softer side to her personality. This was Renee's first time in Nigeria, and Angela pointed out places and recalled happier times with Michael. Sometimes, watching Angela's outlandish and toxic behavior, it is easy to forget that, deep down, she's a person inside. That night, Angela summoned the producers to her room to film. Why? Because she had worked herself up into a frenzy over a 3-word answer and an emoji. No, I won't, Michael told Angela after her latest demand that he deactivate his Instagram account. He also wrote LOL with a laughing emoji. He had answered her demand before. It's unclear why she thought that this time would be different. But Michael had no idea that Angela was just a short drive away from him. Angela arrived and hopped the gate onto Michael's patio, where she began knocking on the door. Now, at least in America, very few people would hear a knock at their door while in their bedrooms. In fact, most people of Michael's generation would be unlikely to answer the door without a text message. It is unclear if the same is true in Nigeria. Angela's knocking and yelling did not avail her. This only further incensed her, however. Her voice cracking with tears, Angela demanded that producers understand why she was so furious. Her plan, of course, was to catch Michael by surprise in an ambush. She wanted to take his phone and pore over it before he had a chance to delete anything. Obviously, this was all very toxic. But Angela being Angela, she took things even further. Angela announced that she would simply tow the car, as in, Michael's car. Now, she has claimed that their marriage under Nigerian law gives her the right to all of his property as if it were hers. We don't know if she's right or not, when is she ever, but Angela is clearly taking that to its logical conclusion. She began to simply tear up Michael's car. Renee called out a warning to Michael that Angela was doing this, encouraging him to come outside. While it's unclear if he could hear any of this or had any idea what was going on, Angela then threatened to smash the windows. Is Michael scamming Angela? Some fans think so, some say that he's not. Others believe that this started as a scam, but turned into something else, something worse, even, along the way. We would propose that, at this point, Michael's intentions matter less than Angela's actual actions. No one deserves to be the victim of emotional and verbal abuse like this. Not even a scammer, if Michael even is one.